Air brake safety devices vary. However, this procedure is designed to see that any safety device operates correctly as air pressure drops from normal to a low air condition. For safety purposes, in areas where an incline is present, you will use wheel chocks during the air brake check. The first step will be to perform a safe start in order to build our air pressure up to about 125 psi. Make sure the parking knob is pulled out, the transmission is in neutral or park if equipped, and start the engine. Raise the engine RPM to about 1100 or 1200 RPM to build air pressure until governor cutout, roughly 120 to 125 psi. When you reach governor cutout, you will hear the air dryer purge water from the system. At this time, you can shut the engine off and then turn the ignition back to the run position so that your gauges will work. Release your spring brakes by pushing in the yellow parking brake knob. If your bus is equipped with a brake interlock system, you will need to push the service brake in order to do that. Raise your wigwag and then push and hold your brake pedal for 1 full minute. During the 1 minute, you will lose no more than 3 psi. We will then check our low air pressure warning devices by fanning off the air pressure, rapidly applying and releasing the foot brake. Our wigwag should drop between 60 and 70 psi. The audible and visual warnings will come on at 60 psi. Between 20 and 40 psi, the spring brakes will activate and the parking brake valve will pop out. We will then check our air compressor and governor cutout. Perform a safe start and build our air pressure to governor cutout about 120 to 125 psi. Remember to raise the engine RPMs up to 11 or 1200 while building air pressure. After the air dryer has purged water from the system again, remember to set your wigwag back up in the upright position. If your school bus is equipped with hydraulic brakes, you will need to know the type of hydraulic brake system that your school bus is equipped with in order to check the system for proper operation. If you have a vacuum-assisted brake system, you will pump the brake pedal 3 to 4 times and then hold it down for 5 seconds. The brake pedal should not move during the 5 seconds. Your bus may be equipped with a HydroBoost system. The HydroBoost generates a different pedal feel than a vacuum booster. Basic function can be checked by pumping the brake pedal until hard with the engine off and then starting the engine while maintaining slight pedal pressure. Proper operation should result in the brake pedal sinking down and then pushing back up against your foot. The sinking of the pedal when the engine is started is a result of the power chamber being pressurized. Once the power steering system is at full pressure, it results in the pedal pushing back against your foot. If equipped with a hydraulic brake reserve backup system, with the key off, depress the brake pedal and listen for the sound of the reserve system electric motor. Some of the newer vehicles may be equipped with an electronic braking system. You may not notice a difference in the pedal feel when the engine is running versus when it's not running with these vehicles. With all vehicles with hydraulic brake systems, you should always look under the vehicle and make sure there are no fluid leaks. The next test is the parking brake test. The parking brake test is performed by engaging the parking brake while the vehicle is in drive. taking your foot off of the service brake and depressing the throttle momentarily. The vehicle should not move forward. This test is also referred to as the tug test. Hydraulic braked vehicles will either have a pedal on the floor for the emergency brake, a hand lever, or possibly even just a switch in the console. Air brake vehicles will all have a yellow parking brake knob. After the tug test, we will perform the service brake test, also known as the 50-foot brake check. You will be required to check the application of air or hydraulic service brakes. This procedure is designed to determine that the brakes are working correctly and that the vehicle does not pull to one side or the other. Pull forward at 5 miles per hour. Apply the service brakes and stop. Check to see that the vehicle does not pull to either side and that it stops when the brake is applied. This concludes the brake testing portion of this video. Remember that you are hauling our most precious cargo, and all of these checks should be performed at every pre-trip inspection.